Wakey, wakey, shaky, shaky. I'll tell you what, man. You better make sure you mask me out of this. I don't want the audience to see me, and you owe me $100. Hey everybody, it's the Shape back with another video. Now, before I get into this video, I want to give a special shout out to Max. I forgot to shout him out in the last video. So Max, this entire video is to you, pal. Now, I've had a lot of requests, and I do mean a lot, to look at that channel called Really Haunted, who has well over 100,000 subscribers. And people want to know, is Really Haunted really fake? And if you're sub to them, you might not like my answer. Now, grab you a snack, a root beer. No, I'm not sponsored. A&W, holler at your boy. Grab you a root beer and some Skittles, some popcorn. And you, the one wearing them cheap, white LA Gear shoes, get off my channel. Now the rest of us will move on to this video. Go ahead, you're holding up the show. You get you and your LA Gear out of here, okay? Now, before we go diving into this video head first, let's talk about what a mask is that you can mask over a video. Now, thankfully, World of Mr. Gray, who will be linked down there somewhere, he did a really good video on masking, and he showed how you can do it. Now I gotta let you see this part to kind of give you a shorthand of what masking a video is. That way you'll understand what I'm saying. So it's gonna be a crash course. Get ready. All right, Mr. Gray, take it away.
Oh yes, you all saw through my my clear April Fool's joke. So what I did, I obviously set up the camera first, and I shot a clean plate. Basically, a clean plate it's just, I left it running on that scene for about a minute, so I could get everything I wanted, because obviously I wanted to do something there, I wanted to do something there, I wanted to do something there, I wanted to do something there.
Now, basically what he's saying so far is he filmed about 1 minute of a room that's nothing's happening. Not a thing. That is your template. That is the base of when all the paranormal happens. That is where nothing's happening. That's going to be where your patches are, your masks. Yeah.
And as you can see, I'm just sitting there pulling the string. It took me a few times to do because the string kept coming off the box. Look, you can see the string right there. And what I did then is I basically masked that part out. Honestly, the ridiculous positions you have to sit to make these bloody ghost videos. The next part was obviously the cushion falling off the floor, off the chair. At first I couldn't pull it because the string kept catching on the wooden leg. And the reason why I know in the full footage you got that moving and that moving is because that was the next part. Oh God, mind the crack. But yeah, that's me pulling the weights, and I essentially just spliced them together. Further at the beginning, I masked that part out, and I just spliced it together with the cushion pull.
Okay, now you seen him like all over the floor and on the couch and all those places. Let's see what it looks like though. Let's see what it looks like when he puts the mask over himself.
So as you can see, these are the two scenes spliced together, so they move in tandem with each other. But obviously, when I did them separately, and just the actual splice is about there. I haven't got the original footage of that now because I've already put over it, but the original splice mat, I basically drew a shape around there. So I'm standing there on the weight scene, and I'm also lying there on the cushion scene. But obviously I've masked myself out and just put them together.
Now, Mr. Gray is awesome. So, like I say, go check him out. He doesn't do like debunking type videos all the time. He plays independent horror games, and he plays horror games too, and they're awesome. I'm a big indie game and indie horror movie lover. So you might like a lot of what he does. He's even got a channel where he draws, which I'm sub to. But anyway, now that you know what a mask pretty much is, let's look at really haunted and see how really fake one can get. Oh, by the way, there's going to be a secret word in here somewhere.
Initially, I don't feel anything, it just feels...
Alright, he starts off with these orbs. Now, it's never been proven that orbs are paranormal. More than likely that's dust, or it could be an insect. There's just... You hear anybody talking about orbs saying it's paranormal, there's no proof of that whatsoever. More likely it's dust or something like that. Now his orbs are black, which I guess they're demonic orbs. But let's take a look at them. Very, very convincing orbs, huh? They're not real. I'm pretty sure those are overlays he added after the fact. I think he's got a little bit of editing skill. And I'm going to show you why here in a few. But it ain't just the orbs. Every now and then you'll notice that this night vision camera goes blurry. And there's no reason for it. And I swear somebody says that it's because there's a presence, paranormal presence in there. And it's making the camera, sucking the power from the camera and making it loop. Don't even go there. Shut up. Shut your mouth. I think the reason those blurs are there is because he's seeing mistakes in his masking and he's blurring it so you can't see it. Now, in this room, as you can see, there's quite a bit of room. You remember when Mr. Gray was crawling in the floor? I'm telling you right now, this dude is in that floor, right in front of the camera. You just don't see him. Oh, and if you look on the wall, you can kind of see a shadow, like he didn't mask that part. Didn't think nobody'd notice. But take a look at that wall and see if you don't see somebody in the floor kind of moving around, or what looks to be. Looks like it to me. Now this wall has a reflection. I want you to pay attention to it throughout the whole video, because that's a part he likely would not mask out, because he wouldn't think that anybody would be looking. Now, notice all that space in the middle of the floor right there, because I'm telling you, the dude's laying there in that floor. I have no doubt. And I'm going to show you, and am showing you the reflections on the wall, the part that I don't think you even thought to mask out. Oh, but it gets really visual here in just a second. You get a full-bodied apparition. Now you're getting ready to see the full-bodied apparition form beside that white chair right there. But what boggles my mind is if you watch a lot of his videos, they all seem to form the same way, almost like he's using a template that you can create in After Effects. But what really bothers me is this guy prays and stuff like that, and the paranormal activity is fake. This dude just caught the Holy Grail. The Holy Grail of shadow figures. But keep in mind, almost every other video this guy's ever uploaded has multiple of these things forming, and he chooses to stay there because it's, you know, it's good for views. But when I look at that, that to me looks like poor CGI. So poor that it actually almost looks convincing, but that's an overlay, that's added in post. He moved the chair and masked over himself, and then he added the shadow figure thingy. But we're going to compare a couple of them too to see if it's a template he's using. Now, my biggest thing besides the reflection on the wall is the shadow figure does not react to the environment as far as blocking light or reflecting or anything else. Now, I can tell you with 100% certainty, he's behind that wall. Let me show you like a picture. He's behind that wall, and he's just pushing on the chair, and the chair's just sliding across the floor. Then he walks out, masking himself, walks over to that shoe, crawls over it, probably crawls, and just throws it. Now, when I first saw the shoe fly up toward the stairs, I thought all that happened was somebody was on the stairs and just tossed the shoe, and it landed good and flat, and they just simply reversed it and made it look like it's flying up when really it's going this way. So let's look at that real quick. My reverse theory was wrong because, as you can see, it doesn't look natural that way. But as we zoom in, you can tell it was pulled with a string. Now, keep in mind there's more than one person in this house. It's him and his wife and his kid. They could be in on it too. One in the kitchen pushing the stool out, and the other one over there with the fishing line, standing at the stairs, just pulling it on the stairs or above the stairs, just pulling the shoe up and masking out the fishing line, obviously. Because after reversing it and looking at it, no, it wasn't reversed. There's no way, because it just lands unnatural. Unless he cut that part, which is possible. He could have cut the bounce out, which I don't think he did, though. I think somebody's over at the stairs and they just yank it. That easy. One more thing I wanted to point out. I zoomed in. Look at that reflection on the floor. Oh, it gets better, ladies and gentlemen. Now take a look at that can right there on the little table beside his bed. It's getting ready to go flying. Notice the closed curtain that would show a reflection of somebody pulling a string toward them. And you'll see where something gets thrown from. Now, I've watched a lot of this guy's videos. Now, sometimes he's laying there with his girlfriend or wife, whatever she is to him. But he's there by himself. Where's she? Oh, and she's the one pulling off these little tricks. She's off camera, and she pulled the can toward her. It's got some kind of string or yarn or something attached to it, because here in a second, you're getting ready to see something fly from behind the camera onto the bed. And oddly enough, if I'm here, and I pull that can toward me, then I got something right here and I can toss it on the bed. That's easy. That's your paranormal activity that you've asked for, just something getting thrown from behind the camera. That's a lot of his stuff is stuff that is either thrown off camera or right below the camera, and I'm going to show you more examples of that. It's as if he can almost catch it, but he can't quite catch it. He's clever. But all this is 100% staged. This guy has never made a real video in his life. Not once. Obviously, you hear that dragging sound across the floor. You're getting ready to see a stool fly up off the floor now and lay right perfectly in front of the camera. except you can't see the very bottom of the stool. So somebody could easily pick it up, lay it there. But no, nothing said about that. I'm sorry, it's just the way you picked it up. Just flopped it. Oh, there's your fucking ghost. Blop. I'm sorry. I can't help it. It's just funny to me. There's your ghost. Blop. Now, obviously, somebody is between the stool on the counter and the camera. You know, I would bet that camera, I bet something happens to it. I bet it like starts jumping off the floor or starts shaking because he's in the perfect spot to do it. Now, obviously, he's right there in the floor because he threw the stool up there and now the camera is shaking. He's ducked down so he won't reflect on the walls. See? Hey, it's a ghost, it's a demon, it's a poltergeist. I think that's what he calls him. Hey, comment below, just out of curiosity. I always thought that poltergeists, I thought they weren't human. I thought they were just like mischievous spirits of some sort. Correct me if I'm wrong. But anyway, it gets better. I love this guy. And a good debunk coming as well, by the way. Prepare to have your mind blowed, ladies and gentlemen. I love that little dog. I don't know a dog's name, but it's my favorite character in this whole little creepy story. But anyway, this next catch coming up, I didn't catch it. Lab 15 caught it. Now I want you to watch this clip, and I'm not going to mess with it or anything else. I want you to watch this clip and tell me what you see and what you hear. Because if you're not wearing headphones, you have a problem. Did you catch it? Did you catch it? Now, I want you to listen to it with the volume turned up a little bit. And then tell me what you hear, because I'm going to turn this volume way up so you can actually hear. Oh yes, you heard that right. Mr. Fake hollers at the dog to get the dog to look at him. So it would be like he's reacting to this black mist that, you know, bitch slaps him. But you heard it. I had to turn it way up, but you heard it. He's getting the dog to look at him. It's 100% staged. He didn't time it very well, but he tried. Now, I mean, busted. Now, this next clip, he's not in his house. He's in a camper or something. I don't know. But he's laying there asleep and his leg's off the bed. And fortunately for him, the ghost forms right in front of everybody on camera, the shadow figure, and it picks his leg up for him. However, if you really, really pay attention, this ghost completely forms, which means it has mass once it forms. Yet, it doesn't cast shadows or reflections anywhere, which means it was added in post, and he didn't take the time to make it look real. Let's take a look. Now, even on there's a monitor that's behind the shadow figure too, that you can see the light of whatever light he's got shining on him. You can see the reflection. Yet when this thing forms, it doesn't show up on the monitor behind it. There should be some kind of blockage as this thing forms, but there's not. It does not interact with anything, which is impossible. That means it's added in post, and he didn't make it have reflection or anything else. and obviously, we'll take a look again, but there's nothing lifting his leg. He's lifting his own leg. Let's take a look again. You see that monitor right straight in front of the camera. When that shadow forms, it should be blocking some of the light that reflects in that monitor. You should be able to see the shadow in the monitor as well, but it's not. It doesn't react to any of the surroundings, which means it's fake. But you guys, you know, comment below what you think. As a matter of fact, I would urge all of you to go to his channel, Really Haunted, and do some debunking, because there's a lot of clips I haven't watched that you might catch something I didn't. But, you know, there's, it's fun. It's fun. I mean, it's fake, but it's fun. No, nothing this guy has ever filmed is real. I can assure you. Not one thing this guy has ever filmed out of the whole catalog of his channel is real. None of it. But anyway, you guys wanted me to look, you know, and you know what, had I not thought possibly some of it could be real, I would tell you. I ain't got nothing to hide. But no, there's nothing this guy's ever filmed that's real, I can assure you. But anyway, I love it. I love it. We've been growing leaps and bounds, by the way. Oh, the special word is A&W root beer. All right. Anyway, guys, at least we got something out that isn't Randonautica related. And hopefully we'll have a couple more that isn't Randonautica related, because I know if you are like, come on, man, Jasco, Jody Dean, blah, 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 come on. I read the comments, you guys know that, and I try to get back to everybody I can. But yeah, I appreciate all you guys do. Like I said, we're growing leaps and bounds, and it's all because of you guys. You guys we're a small army, but we're growing every day. Hundreds of subs a video. Are you kidding me? Wow. You. Yeah, you. The one with the LA Gear shoes. I told you. Get out of here. Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. Shut your mouth, okay? I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.